How's it going there, my friends? My name is Tommy. Welcome to the Crown Tundra. The new DLC has just dropped for Pokemon Sword and Shield, and I, for one, am very excited. If you want to see more competitive Pokemon content, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to drop a like on this video, as it helps more people find my content, and that makes me a very happy boy. So today, we're going to be taking a look at Regidrago, this monster right here. The new addition to the what used to be the Regi trio. It's now up to 6. And Regidrago is kind of a mixed bag, man. It's actually very hard to predict where it will land in the tiers, because on the one hand it has a very nice ability, Dragon's Maw, which in addition to the stab bonus of 1.5, you get an extra 1.5 on top of that, so it's better than adaptability. But obviously you're only Dragon type, so you only got that one type to attack with. Not necessarily a terrible thing, because Dragon actually has very good neutral coverage. But looking at its base stats here, you can see the HP number is ridiculously high. The attacking stats are fairly decent, defensive stats are bad, and speed is kind of average. So really, it bears a striking resemblance to Guzzlord, although obviously the stat distribution's a little bit different. You got some decent speed there. Unfortunately, the main thing that lets this thing down is the move pool. It has very little in the way of actual useful moves. But, me being the genius I am, I've come up with some good movesets for you guys to try out in competitive Pokemon, so let's take a look at them now. So the first set, ladies and gents, is going to be your bread and butter special attacking Regidrago. Its unique move, Dragon Energy, is basically a Dragon type water spout, right? So even though you don't really have much in the way of move pool variety here, I know it looks ridiculous having 3 Dragon moves, but the only other special moves you really get are Ancient Power and Hyper Beam, and who wants to run those, honestly? So Dragon Energy is going to be a main way of attacking. As soon as you come in, you drop a Dragon Energy, you will do huge damage with that ability and the choice specs. If your HP gets lowered by hazards or you take an attack or whatever, that's fine. You still got a nice Specs Draco Meteor. And if you don't want to lose your stats, if you want to sustain a bit, you got Dragon Pulse. What do you have as the last move? Well, it may as well be Sleep Talk. At some point you may have to take a Sleep Powder or Hypnosis or Spore, whatever. You can switch this in, and you're guaranteed to get a nice powerful Dragon move with your Sleep Talk, so not a bad idea at all. Obviously it's very limited in the way it can do damage. Like, as soon as they bring out a Fairy type, that's it, you're done. Or a Steel type. But assuming you can clear those out, yeah, you're going to do some massive damage. This thing, Specs Dragon Energy, will just tear through walls. Anything not named Sylveon, basically. So I would pair it up with some kind of Fire type to clear out the Steels, resist the Fairy attacks, and then obviously some kind of Steel type or Poison type to deal some massive damage to the Fairies. Once those are clear, this will be a very good set, trust me. Next set I'm going to cover is the Dragon Dance set. So Dragon Dance is a very solid move on anything. This thing has a nice base 80 speed stat, which is more than good enough for a reasonable Dragon Dance set. You will still get some very fast stuff outspeeding you, and obviously Choice Scarfers, but for the most part you'll be alright. I don't really see this thing being a top tier threat just because of how limited it is in terms of its coverage, but we'll see. It's hard to tell. So Lumberry, Dragon Dance, Max Jolly. Outrage is there obviously to do maximum damage. You also have the Lumberry to recover from Confusion if it's not already burnt off. Dragon Claw for a more reliable move that you don't have to get locked into. And then just Explosion because it's funny, why not? +1 Explosion will do a hell of a lot of damage, and if they do bring in some kind of Fairy type, well, you can just get rid of it there and then with Explosion. Not a bad set. I would personally go for the special one, but this can work as well. Another way of approaching this set, you can also take advantage of its massive HP stat by running Substitute. That way your subs will not get broken by Nightshade or Seismic Toss. And to be honest, you'll probably take a lot of special hits like a Scold or a Thunderbolt or whatever, just because Dragon's typing obviously, and your naturally high HP stat. And finally, something a little bit different here, this is just a lead Regidrago set. So Light Clay, split EVs between attack and special attack, and then just max speed. Hasty Nature is plus speed, minus defense. Its defensive stats are pretty bad anyway, so it doesn't really make a big difference, but you keep the higher special D stat just for download mons like Porygon 2, right? So you got Reflect, Light Screen, standard dual screen stuff. Draco Meteor, which will still do a lot of damage even without max investment. And then Explosion. Explosion's nice on lead mons, because if they bring in some kind of defogger, you can just kill it before it gets the chance. That's the end of my guide to Regidrago, ladies and gents. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to drop a like if you did, as it helps me out immensely. and stay tuned for more competitive Pokemon guides and of course the battles. I hope you all have a great day.